Tattoos have existed for thousands of years. There has been evidence that marks on Iceman and Egyptian mummies that date back to 3000 BC are tattoos. The word tattoo comes from the Tahitian word tateo, which means to mark. Tattoos were once thought of as frightening and degrading, but today, tattooing is growing to be a very popular trend. There are many reasons to get a tattoo, but 4 main reasons are a sign of social status, a mark of passage through life, a way to remember something important, and a way to beautify the body.
I have a design. It's a Celtic style cross, and over the top of it, it has a phrase in Latin that says, "Fortune favors the bold." I just feel that with that quote, it just represents who I am and how I try to live my life. So it's a good thing just to live by and remember.
It's my first tattoo, and I wanted my mom to be okay with it.
The Serenity Prayer is my favorite prayer. I'm a Christian, so I wanted, and then the sun was a drunken moment.
Me and my brother got them together before I left for school.
My grandmother's very, very important in my life, and I figured what better way to, keep paying homage to her than just get a tattoo.
Tattoos can be inked on any part of the body. Some people even tattoo the whites of their eyes. However, for college students, the most common places to have a tattoo are the feet, the back, the rib area, and the arm.
My mom's initials are on my front, my chest. My middle name's on my side. I have 2 spears representing heritage on my back.
I have one tattoo on my rib cage.
The first tattoo gun was invented by Samuel Ridley in 1891. The basic design with moving coils, a tube, and a needle bar are still the components of today's tattoo gun.
There's a lot of preparation as far as your table setup, and then you have to shave the area that you're going to tattoo, and then you have to sterilize it with alcohol. And then there's the application of the stencil, or if it's done freehand, it's usually done with Sharpie markers. And then from that point, it's just a matter of loading your ink and your needles into your machine and going at it, which takes a while to learn.
Tattoos are able to last a lifetime because of the layers in the skin. The tattoo needles push ink into the deepest dermis of the skin. This allows the tattoo to remain. The first step that the artist must do is to outline the design. Next, the artist will use color and shading to finish the tattoo. And lastly, the artist will bandage the tattoo to prevent infection.
It hurt anywhere. Not a big fan of needles.
Okay, well, the hip was probably a 2. The foot was probably a 7, 8, and then the ribs was probably a 10.5.
Called tattoo bills that I know of that I'm actually getting it drawn up there and getting a quote for it there, so that's probably where it's going to be.
At Art of Affliction in Ontario, Canada.
Back home in Austin, downtown. Yeah, it was actually pretty comfortable because I went in there and I wasn't even sure that I was going to get it first. And I talked and I met with the guy, and we started drawing sketches of it, and then they put on a temporary one. I looked in the mirror and I was like, all right, yeah, looks good. So I went ahead and did it.
Phoenix Tattoo in Raleigh, and then Just Ink here.
Anything's possible. The second 2 in Mooresville, and the first one in Cullowhee, North Carolina. The first one was not sanitary at all. I'm surprised I didn't get AIDS from there. But the first, what did I say, the first one? The next 2 is very sanitary.
Believe it or not, Salisbury has multiple tattoo parlors. I got the opportunity to visit one on South Main Street called Ink Sane.
I got into tattooing because I've always been into art, like since I was a child, and for the longest time I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with the art skills that I've developed over the years. And tattooing just sort of came into my life when I was about 18. And then I decided that I wanted to be a tattoo artist, and I just went around looking for apprenticeships. And then I was lucky enough to have this shop give me an apprenticeship. And that's what I've been doing for the past 8 years.
Here I asked college students if they would ever get a tattoo.
No, I do not.
No.
No.
I think that I'm way too indecisive to get one, and if I got one, I would regret it later on. So if I feel passionate enough about something to get a tattoo, I can just wear it as like a bracelet or a t-shirt or a necklace or something.
When you get older, they're going to get all wrinkly and you won't be able to read what they say. And I think they're ugly for people.
So
There's
if
no point
you
to them.
if you ever had an opportunity to get one, would you get one?
Nope.
They're kind of trashy, and I don't think I need ink to represent myself. Would I do it again? Probably.
Probably not, just because it hurt.
I think so. I just don't know what of.
I don't know. It's a spur of the moment kind of thing when it happens. And like I just got a tattoo 4 months ago, and that had been 6 years since I had a tattoo.
When I was talking to the manager of Ink Sane, he made some really good points.
Yeah, it's a good experience to realize how people are extremely different, but in a lot of ways exactly the same. So you get to see unique individuals, and then there's people that kind of like to follow trends, but everyone's is the same essentially. Like, they're all here to get a tattoo. Yeah.
There are many ways to express yourself through art. Some people choose to show their emotions by inking their body. Either way you choose, you're you no matter what.